Hello everyone. So in this video we will be talking about nutrition in human being. Nutrition in human being, and this is the fourth video of life process. First video in which we studied what are life processes, what are the properties of living beings, how the mode of nutrition are defined and all. Okay. Second video we studied about nutrition in plants, that is the phototropic mode of nutrition. Third video was the introduction of the holozoic nutrition, the type of holozoic nutrition, the steps of the holozoic nutrition, and then we studied nutrition in amoeba. And this is the fourth video in that row, but that is nutrition in human being. Life process, chapter 5, class 10th, and this is the fourth video. And this video you all must watch, whether you are a student or you are not a student, whether you study in class 10th or you are studying in the higher class or lower class, because unless you know ourselves what is the importance of our survival and looking for all other things, what type of car, what type of mobile, what type of equipment, computer, laptop, this and that, first we must know about ourselves, what organs we are provided with and how do we live. So human beings are heterotropic organs, that is we cannot prepare food on our own, so we are depending on other organs. Holozoic, we are taking the solid food, or rather we are taking the food as a whole and digesting it inside the body. We are omnivore, that is certain part of our food we derive from the plants, and a very certain part of the food we are even getting from the animals. It may be milk, it may be curd, it may be honey, it may be something else, or there are certain people, they may certainly say that we are completely holozoic, or we are vegetarian and we are vegan or whatever. So nowadays new categories are there. Mode of nutrition is simply depend on our nature. Okay, we can secondarily adapt, but we are provided with canines which supports very much that we can have carnivore mode of nutrition or omnivore of nutrition. The digestive system of human being is very well developed. Among all the living beings, our digestive system is the most advanced, most developed. And there are several organs. What are the organs? You can see the mouth is there, then you can see esophagus is there, then stomach is there, then there is a duodenum, small intestine, and then small intestine you can see here, and the large intestine you can see here, and rectum you can see here, and anus you can see here. If we talk about the glands, the salivary glands are found here, then the gastric glands, which contain three types of glands, that is the chief gland, auxiliary gland, and mucus gland, which are found in the stomach. Then the largest gland of our body, that is the liver, and the second largest gland, pancreas, and then intestine is also supported or having large number of glands. So salivary gland, gastric gland, which include auxiliary gland, mucus gland, and chief gland, the liver, pancreas, and intestinal gland. These are the different type of glands we are having. So our digestive system is very, very developed and very advanced. Talking about the mouth. Mouth is the first organ, and this is the organ of ingestion of food, through which we take the food in. And it also helps in the digestion of food, and digestion also two type of digestion, mechanical digestion and the chemical digestion. Both type of digestion take place here. Okay, the food can be digested mechanically as well as chemically in this part. Okay, there are three important organs which are found in the mouth, namely the teeth, the tongue, and the salivary gland. Okay, let us talk about the teeth. Teeth in an adult human being, there are 32 teeth, adult. Okay, those who are not achieved adulthood, they may have somewhere about 28 teeth, and the smaller children, they got 20 teeth. Okay, so these are four type of teeth. Since we are having more than one type of teeth, it is called heterodont. Property of having more than one type of teeth is called heterodont. So what we got? 8 incisors, 4 canines, 8 premolars, and 12 molars. Let us see their arrangement here. So I can show you their arrangement, where are they found and how they are found. So these 4 teeth over here in the beginning, they are called incisors. The same is here, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are incisors. Then this and this 2 teeth, they are called canines. Similarly, this side 1 and this side 1 is called canines. Then these 2, and over this side these 2. This side again 2, and this side again 2. That is 2 in each side of each jaw. they are premolars. Premolars. And the remaining 3 teeth in each side. This one 3, these 3, these 3, and these 3. They are called molars. So altogether 8 incisors, 4 plus 4, 4 canine, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 8 in premolars, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and remain 3, 3, 6, and 3, 9, and 3, 12. Altogether 12 molars. So these are the arrangement. Let us talk about each type of teeth, their number, their function. So we got incisors first, and incisors are 8 in number, 4 in each jaw, 2 in each side of each jaw. Okay, they are meant for cutting and biting, and if the grazing animals are there, they are of course used for grazing even. Of course we are not grazing and browsing, so it is not in that function or that use. Canines, 1 in each side of each jaw. So altogether 1, 2, 3, 4, that is 4 teeth, 4 canines are there. Canines are the pointed teeth which you see in dogs, in tigers, in lion, 4 pointed teeth which are there. In us it is pointed, but they are not so prominent, so large, because we are not having that habit of tearing of flesh. We are eating our cooked food, but they are minimized. The presence shows that somewhere in our past we are carnivore now also, but the teeth are highly reduced. Okay, so they are meant for tearing of flesh. The 8 premolars are there. They are located 2 in each side of each jaw, and they are meant for grinding. And the 12 molars are there, 3 in each side of each jaw. That is altogether 3, 6, 12, and 9 and 12. So altogether 12 molars are there, and they are meant for grinding of food. Okay, general definitions are there. Diphyodont, the human being, the teeth appears twice in the lifetime. First set of teeth are milk teeth. They remain up to the age of 6 to 8 years, and then these teeth are replaced by the permanent teeth. So this property of having or appearance of teeth twice in the lifetime is called diphyodont. Then the molars appears after the age of 15 years, so sometimes they are referred as wisdom teeth. Of course, they have nothing to do with the wisdom. And the teeth helps in mechanical digestion. They help in the breaking of food, crushing of food, making the bolus of the food. Okay, so that is why they are helping in the mechanical digestion. Second organ is tongue. Tongue is the muscular organ found in the mouth, which is attached to the posterior side and free in the front side. Our teeth is free in the frontal side. If you see the teeth in the frog, so it is fixed in the front side and it is folded inside. And no sooner they have to eat anything, they used to throw the tongue out and take the food in. Okay, so in the frog, the location of the tongue is opposite to us, and it is a muscular organ, and it is the only muscle which is found attached in one side and the free in the other side. Okay, and that is why this is so chulbuli hilti rehti hai and makes all sort of problem. Okay, so this is that. And beside digestive system, it also have a function of speaking, everyone knows, and there are some who also use it for the various type of expression, exclamation. They take the tongue out sometimes to tease someone and to show the deliciousness of the food and all. Okay, so there are several expressions we also show with the help of tongue, but that has nothing to do with the nutrition here. So functions of the tongue, what do tongue do in digestion? So it helps in the movement of the food under the teeth. Each time we bite the food splash here and there, so that food is collected and brought back to the under the teeth. It helps in the cleaning of the buccal cavity. Okay, then it mixes the saliva well with the food, and saliva has got some enzymes, so the enzyme will be mixed properly with the food. Then it also helps in the detection of the taste, and it is because of the taste we are eating food. Probably had food not having any taste, probably we would have not ate the food also so frequently or so timely. Okay? And it is because the taste only we are eating. Overeating and leading to the various type of problem down. And it helps in the swallowing of the food, pushing the food into the esophagus. Okay, so this is third of the organ which are found in the mouth. They are the salivary glands. So we got 1, 2 and 3 pair of salivary gland, 3 in this side, 3 in that side. They are different name, that which is found this region they are called parotid, and the one which is found in this region they are called submandibular, and the one which is found under the tongue is called sublingual. So we got 3 pair of glands, pair है तो one in either side. Okay, now they are actually meant for secretion of saliva, and saliva you know is a very important thing. Saliva के functions भी दे रखे हैं, देखिए क्या है functions of the saliva. It keeps the mouth wet, it is very important. All the living cells require liquid medium, fluid medium, wet medium, and that wetness or the fluid medium or liquid medium is created by the saliva in the mouth. Secondly, it helps in making the paste of the food. Okay. Thirdly, अपन देखेंगे it lubricates the esophagus so that the food can easily pass in the esophagus. Fourthly, we'll see it dissolve the food particles and detect the taste or help in the finding the taste with the help of tongue, because tongues have got the taste buds, and it also digests starch. So we have studied that the chemical digestion also take place in the mouth. So the chemical digestion take place with the help of an enzyme that is called alpha amylase or ptyalin. Commonly it is known as ptyalin, and scientifically it is known as alpha amylase. Alpha means this is the first amylase which is secreted in the mouth. Okay? And last, it has got another enzyme that is called lysozyme, and this lysozyme keep the check on the growth of microbes in the mouth, so that the mouth may not decay. It kills all the germs present in the food. Of course, we people now, over the period of our civilization, we have started keeping our mouth fresh by brushing our teeth and by gargling it and all. But in the past, people never used to do that, and even now you see none of the animals gargle their mouth, but their mouth is clean, their teeth are not decaying, their teeth are not falling, they do not have various type of diseases which could happen in the mouth because of the presence of lysozyme. अब ये secondarily है कि we are avoiding that is growth of microbes and the smelling of the mouth with the help of brushing of the teeth and all. ठीक है, even if someone doesn't brush, except for the smelling part, the mouth will not decay because of the presence of lysozyme. But I will not suggest that. Okay, so it is important to note that the mouth have both the type of digestion, that is the mechanical digestion with the help of teeth, and the chemical digestion with the help of enzyme ptyalin present in it. Okay. Once the food is swallowed, it passes to the esophagus. That is the food pipe. But there is a problem over here. Okay, problem क्या है कि we have got windpipe here, that is the trachea here, and the food pipe is lying behind that. If I keep my neck like this, so you can say this part is trachea, and somewhere here is esophagus. So when I swallow the food, there is more probability that the food may go into the trachea. There is more probability that the food may enter in the trachea. If I draw a diagram of a man over here, so suppose this is the nose and this is the mouth. Okay, बाल को छोड़ दीजिए, हमको भी लेना देना नहीं इससे. And this is the pharynx. Here is the trachea, and here is the food pipe. So when we swallow the food, there is more probability of food to go into trachea. ये है सब trachea. तो probability क्या है कि food may get into trachea instead of going in the food pipe. So the esophagus has a muscular flap-like structure which covers the trachea at the time of swallowing the food. So the food may not go in this, rather it will go in this. Okay? So this particular organ, a flap-like structure which is there, this is known as esophagus. Okay? So, epiglottis. The epiglottis is a flap-like structure which is covering the trachea at the time of swallowing of the food, so that food's entry in the trachea can be prevented. Okay. Then next is peristalsis. These are again the terms, two important terms and two important functions. Okay. Peristalsis is the movement of food in the entire length of digestive system. It is the food, how food passes in the entire length of digestive system, not only in here, but even in the stomach and esophagus and further part, small intestine and large intestine and all. So that is done with the help of the contraction and relaxation, alternate contraction and relaxation of the two type of muscles, circular muscles and longitudinal muscles. Suppose I got a pen over here. How you put the nada in the in pajama or something? So what we do, first we पहले उसको ऐसे shrink कर लेते हैं, फिर we hold it and पेन को आगे बढ़ा देंगे अब जो भी है उसको. The same way the first the longitudinal muscles contract and the length is reduced. Then suppose the food is here, then it is locked with contraction of circular muscles and the longitudinal muscles expands, so the food reaches here. So this is how food will go on moving in the entire length of the digestive system, and this type of movement with the help of alternate contraction and relaxation of alimentary canal is known as peristalsis. Okay. No digestive glands found in the esophagus. यहाँ से यहाँ तक. So इसका कोई digestion में role नहीं. However, the digestive enzyme which are secreted in the mouth, that is the ptyalin, that can continue to work because यहाँ पे कोई ऐसी चीज नहीं है which is nullify the effect of the ptyalin. So it will continue to work here, and it only transfers the food from the mouth to stomach. Okay, इसका यही काम है. Next to the esophagus is the stomach. The stomach is the large J-shaped bag-like structure. ये देखिए J-shaped. Okay, J-shaped bag-like structure. It is a muscular bag. It is made up of muscles. Okay, so it is J-shaped bag-like structure. It is made up of muscles. Three type of muscles are there: circular, longitudinal, and oblique muscles. And these help in the two type of digestion: mechanical digestion and chemical digestion. Okay, so stomach has temporarily stores food, and it also now there is an organ called esophageal sphincter here. So at the junction of esophagus and stomach, just behind this liver, this part, there is a set of circular muscles. These circular muscles tighten and they reduce the diameter. So when the food goes, that time it opens and let the food to go into the stomach. But it will not let the food to backflow. उल्टा नहीं आने देंगे. Prevent the backflow of the food. Even after eating food, you do yoga, you go upside down, you play or you do whatever thing, until and unless there is some reflex developed by the brain. Okay, medulla कोई reflex generate कर रहा है, then it may open and it will lead to vomiting. Okay. Other end of the stomach, this side also there is a set of circular muscles formed. They are called pyloric sphincter, which let the food from the stomach to go into duodenum. Okay, so sphincter समझ आ गए. Sphincters are the set of the circular muscles which reduces the diameter and that not let the food to go in the opposite direction. Okay, चलिए now पढ़ते हैं digestion of food, the role of stomach in digestion. So it also shows both kind of digestion. कौन से? The mechanical digestion and chemical digestion. Mechanical digestion with the help of three type of muscles which are there. The bag is consisting of muscles. तो circular muscles, when circular muscles contract, तो ये हो जाएगा narrow but length will increase. Longitudinal muscles जब contract होंगे तो the length will decrease. The length will decrease, but the diameter will increase, and the oblique muscles will give it a twist. So this way, three types of muscles, they will keep on working and they will help in the mechanical digestion of food. So mechanical digestion of food take place with the oblique muscles, longitudinal muscles and circular muscles. They work in the alternate fashion and they will keep helping in digestion. And the second is chemical digestion of food. So food is chemically digested in the stomach. Now stomach has got the gastric glands. The gastric glands are of three type of glands. तीन अलग अलग तरह की glands हैं यहाँ पे. We must understand that the three type of glands are there and each one is playing a significant role. The first one, in the stomach there are three type of glands. First is oxyntic gland. These oxyntic glands are there which secretes hydrochloric acid. ऑक्जेंटिक ग्लैंड सीक्रेट्स हाइड्रोक्लोरिक एसिड. हाइड्रोक्लोरिक एसिड क्या करेगा, एंड इट इज अ वेरी कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड एसिड. सेकंड इज चीफ ग्लैंड एंड तीसरी है म्यूकस ग्लैंड. टॉक अबाउट द ऑक्जेंटिक ग्लैंड, क्या देख रहे हैं हम, इट सीक्रेट्स हाईली कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड हाइड्रोक्लोरिक एसिड. ठीक है, कॉन्सेंट्रेशन इतना है, मतलब इसका pH 2 से भी कम होगा, 1.2 के करीब. The pH will be as low as 1.2. 1.2 is a very strong acid. Then what is doing there? What it is doing there? So देखते हैं. HCl, it is used to be मतलब it is used to convert the medium of food into acidic, and this is must for the following function. क्या क्या कर रहा है? Converting the medium of food to acidic, which is necessary for the functioning of protein digesting enzymes. और हम ये कह सकते हैं गैस्ट्रिक एंजाइम्स विच आर फाउंड इन द स्टमक, दे वर्क ओनली इन द एसिडिक मीडियम. ठीक है. सेकेंडली क्या, इट कन्वर्ट द इनएक्टिव प्रोटीन डाइजेस्टिंग एंजाइम पेप्सिनोजन इनटू पेप्सिन. पेप्सिनोजन इज इनएक्टिव प्रोटीन. नाउ व्हाई इट इज देयर, सी देखिए ना क्या होता है कि एलिमेंट्री कैनाल इटसेल्फ इज मेड अप ऑफ प्रोटीन, एंड इफ द प्रोटीन डाइजेस्टिंग एंजाइम रीचेज देयर, तो इट मे डाइजेस्ट द एलिमेंट्री कैनाल इटसेल्फ and the food will come out into the viscera and we may die. So there is a mechanism produced there that once the food comes there, the hydrochloric acid will secrete. It will mix with the food, and then the chief gland will secrete pepsinogen. Then the hydrochloric acid, when come in contact with the pepsinogen, it will turn into active pepsin, and then it will work only on the stomach, not on the food, not on the stomach. Okay, so ये इसके तरीके हैं. ओके, और तीसरा क्या, इट ऑल्सो किल्स द जर्म्स प्रेजेंट इन द फूड. हम कितना भी खाएं, कैसा भी खाएं, फूड के अंदर डेफिनेटली जर्म्स विल बी देयर. यू मेक फूड विद द अटरमोस्ट केयर, येट द जर्म्स विल बी देयर. बाय द टाइम यू आर ट्रांसफरिंग द फूड फ्रॉम द टेबल टू योर माउथ, द जर्म्स में एंटर इन योर माउथ. So germs are definitely there, and these germs are killed by the lysozyme in the mouth and the hydrochloric acid in the stomach. It also help in the breaking. अब acid है, corrosive है, तो किसी भी चीज़ को तोड़ेगा ही. So if you put food there, if you put a chapati in simple water, and you put some piece of the same piece of the chapati, that same size of the piece in what you call in hydrochloric acid of that pH, and you see which one dissolves first, how it decomposes first. ठीक है, तो you will find that the hydrochloric acid will boost the process of digestion. तो hydrochloric acid के functions हो गए 4. Converting the medium of food to acidic, making the inactive protein digesting enzyme pepsinogen into pepsin, and trypsinogen in the duodenum to trypsin. Then it also kills the germs, and fourth, it helps in the digestion of food. चीफ्स ग्लैंड जो रहती हैं वो हाइड्रोक्लोरिक मतलब एंजाइम सीक्रेट कर रहे हैं. ठीक है, वंस द हाइड्रोक्लोरिक एसिड इज सीक्रेटेड, देन द चीफ ग्लैंड विल बिकम एक्टिव, दे विल सीक्रेट देयर एंजाइम्स. कौन कौन सा एंजाइम है? पेप्सिनोजन. पेप्सिनोजन इज इनएक्टिव एंजाइम. वंस इट कम्स इन कांटेक्ट विद द HCl, it turns to active pepsin. Then it will work on what? Pepsin works on the protein and break them into the small peptones and peptides. ठीक है, पेप्सिन प्लस, ये तो गलत हो गया, पेप्सिन जो होते हैं इसको ऊपर प्रोटीन्स के ऊपर काम करेंगे एंड ब्रेक देम इनटू पेप्टोन्स एंड पेप्टाइड्स. ठीक है, लाइपेज, दिस इज रॉन्ग ओवर हियर, मैं इसको करेक्ट कर देता हूँ, इसको काट देते हैं. This happens when you talk while doing studies. तो यहाँ पे क्या होगा? Proteins on which pepsin work, and it breaks into peptones plus peptides. ठीक है, ये गलत है, this is the correct one. And the second enzyme which is secreted, lipase, which is very small quantity. Okay, and this lipase, what this lipase do? This lipase will work on the lipids and convert them into fatty acid and glycerol. And the third is renin. The renin is an enzyme which is secreted only in the children who drinks milk. However, there are a number of people who are having a habit of drinking milk right from their childhood. So this renin will continue to be secreted in them. Otherwise, the secretion of renin will be discontinued. फिर बाद में भले आप कितना भी दूध पियो, फिर renin secret नहीं होगा. Renin converts the casein of the milk to paracasein, or rather it converts the milk into curd. And we know curd जो है ज़्यादा आसानी से digest होता है. It has got better advantages. Next is mucus. Third gland होती है mucus glands. Mucus glands are found all along the entire length of the digestive system. स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम द माउथ, ईसोफेगस से लेकर के पूरे में. माउथ में ये काम सलाइवा कर रहा है, और नीचे जो पूरा का पूरा म्यूकस है. म्यूकस इज अ स्लाइमी सब्सटेंस, वेरी thick, viscous, and it is actually not letting the enzymes and the hydrochloric acid to come in contact with the digestive system. तो ये important चीज़ है. देखिए, it's secreted by the mucus gland and it plays for several roles. पहला क्या, it forms a thick layer entire length of the alimentary canal and not letting the hydrochloric acid and enzymes to come in contact with the walls of the digestive system, so that it may not affect. Okay, तीसरा, second, it lubricates the digestive system, so the movement of the food, it will simply glide over it. And third, it also forms a layer of the fecal matter over the fecal matter for easy egestion. Okay, तो ये हो गया सब. अब बात करते हैं duodenum की. After the food is being digested, it slowly comes out of the stomach into the duodenum. So duodenum कितना है? Duodenum is a small part. This turn, यहाँ से लेकर के यहाँ तक का, this turn is known as duodenum. It's a C shape or U shape, whatever you say. And here is a set of muscle which is called pyloric sphincter. And this will let a small amount of food to come here. ठीक है? It will not let the entire food to pass. तो थोड़ा करके food को ये इधर भेजेंगे. Now, there are two major glands here. टू मेजर, आपको शायद नहीं दिख रहा हो तो मैं यहाँ पर इसको दूसरे कलर से कर देता हूँ. सो ये देखिए, स्मॉल अमाउंट ऑफ फूड विल कम हियर. ये ऐसे आ गया, फिर ये आया, फिर ये आया, फिर ये आया. सो इट इज नॉट कमिंग इन द वन शॉट या फ्लो, कंटिन्यूस फ्लो में नहीं आ रहा है. छोटे छोटे अमाउंट, ईच टाइम दिस मसल बी लूजन, a small amount of food is allowed. Okay, and now what happens, the duodenum has got two important glands opening in it. First is liver. This is liver. And second is pancreas. This is pancreas. Liver is the largest gland of the body, and it secretes bile which comes and store in the gallbladder here. And with the help of bile duct, it opens into esophagus. And the second is pancreas, and pancreas secrete pancreatic juice which also comes and open into here. So there is a common duct here, that is hepatopancreatic duct, और यहाँ से यहाँ तक के bile duct, और यहाँ की मिलाकर इसको common bile duct कह देंगे, और ये gallbladder है, and this is liver. So altogether these are the picture. वैसे बुक में दे नहीं रखा है, so you may not need to learn, but you have to learn about the glands. Okay. Okay, so duodenum की बात करते हैं. Now duodenum कर क्या रहा है? छोटा सा तो ऑर्गन है, इतना सा, such a small one, and rather it is the first part of the small intestine. Small intestine is divided into three parts: the duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. तो ये duodenum है. It is the U shape. U shape के दो, C shape के दो, जो भी, ठीक है. End of the stomach. Stomach open into the duodenum through pyloric sphincter, and it is letting small amount of the food come into it. And it has, duodenum is very important because it has two major glands, कौन सा, liver and pancreas. Liver and pancreas. Let us talk about liver. Liver is the largest gland, and ये क्या कर रहा है यहाँ पे? Liver secretes bile juice. Bile is a bitterish color taste, greenish color, dark green color juice. Sometimes when you your digestive system is upset and sometimes you have to vomit, तो वो bitter का green color का जो juice निकलता है, that is bile juice. ठीक है. तो it is temporarily stored in the gallbladder, and time to time it is allowed to go pass in the duodenum. फिर क्या है? Through the bile duct it open to the duodenum. Bile juice contain bile pigments and bile salts, and it is slightly alkaline in nature. काम क्या कर रहा है भैया ये? It converts the medium of food acidic, क्योंकि वहाँ हाइड्रोक्लोरिक एसिड सीक्रेट हो गया था स्टमक में. So it nullify the effect of acid and it make the food to basic. अब वो एसिडिक था, all the enzymes which are found in the stomach, they work in the acidic medium. All the enzymes which are secreted in the duodenum with the help of pancreas. तो pancreatic enzyme always work in basic medium. तो ये basic करेगा medium को. दूसरा क्या करेगा? It emulsifies fats. ये बहुत important चीज़ है. Emulsification of the fat. तो emulsification of fat क्या है? थोड़ी सी जगह बना लेते हैं, थोड़ा सा पीछे चले जाते हैं वीडियो को. चलिए, तो यहाँ पे दिखाते हैं emulsification of fat क्या होता है. So whenever we use फैट की एक टेंडेंसी होती है वो सारे मॉलिक्यूल साथ हो जाते हैं. आपने ब्रेड लिया, यू हैव टेकन द ब्रेड एंड यू हैव अप्लाइड अ लेयर ऑफ butter on it. So the butter is there. Even you break the butter, take a bottle of water and half bottle of water and put a teaspoon of water, oil in it. So you will find the oil is floating. Now put the cap and vigorously shake it. It will break into the drops. But no sooner you will leave it, again all the oils will come together and form a single layer. The oil molecules have a tendency to stay together. Okay? So in that case, suppose this is a oil molecule. So enzyme will get only this much of area to work. Enzymes will get only this much of areas to work. Here. मतलब ये ऊपर के surface पे यहीं पे काम कर पाएंगे, अंदर नहीं करेंगे. So its digestion will take long. What is bile juice doing? It is emulsifying the fat. ठीक है? ये emulsify करने से क्या होगा भाई? Emulsify करने से क्या होता है कि ये जो फैट है वो छोटे छोटे ड्रॉप में टूट जाएगा. So suppose this is the fat, such a big one. So emulsification will break them into the small, rather all the more small, all this. So as a result, what happened? Suppose I give you such a big cube of sugar. Cube sugar मिलता है ना बाजार में. तो cube of sugar and ask you to dissolve in the glass of water. So you will have to stir it for a long time. But if I give you powdered sugar, वही cube को लेके हम powder बना देंगे, उसको crush कर देंगे, and then you add it into the glass of water and just twice you stir and you will find that the entire sugar is dissolved. Why? Because now water has got more surface area on the sugar to work and they will immediately dissolve it. So smaller the molecules, larger the surface area is there. दोबारा से देखते हैं. बंद मुट्ठी. If I put it in the paint will work only on this area. This one part will remain. अगर मैं ऐसा डालूंगा तो paint will work on this area and this area. Again these areas will be left behind. ठीक है? If I open my palm and put, तो यहाँ. आप पेंट को छोड़ दीजिए, हाइड्रोक्लोरिक एसिड में, सल्फ्यूरिक एसिड में डाल दूँ. So if I put like this, I will certainly save some part of my body. If I put like this, certainly I will save this many part. और अगर ऐसा डालूंगा ना, पूरा हाथ का डैमेज होना. So larger the surface area, more will be the action, rapid will be the action, immediate will be the digestion. Okay, so that is why emulsification is required. So emulsification is doing nothing, but it is not a digestion. इसको हम डाइजेशन कंसिडर नहीं कर रहे हैं, हम इसको केवल सरफेस एरिया बढ़ाने के काम में ले रहे हैं. एंड तीसरा क्या, इट ऑल्सो किल्स द जर्म्स प्रेजेंट इन फूड. वैसे बाइल जूस ऑल्सो हैव सम टाइप ऑफ वेस्ट मटेरियल इन इट. ड्यूरिंग द कोर्स ऑफ इट्स प्रोडक्शन जो आरबीसी जब मर रही होती है, सो दैट सम पिगमेंट्स आर देयर, दैट इज बाइल जूस इज ऑलवेज ग्रीन इन कलर. यू ईट एनीथिंग, यू ड्रिंक एनी अमाउंट ऑफ एनी कलर. Yes, so I was saying that you eat any color of food or you drink any color of fluid, but urine and fecal matter is always yellow. That is because of the bile juice. So bile juice का ये हो गया, हालांकि इसका कोई रोल नहीं है. The next is pancreas. Now pancreas, as we studied, is the second largest gland of the body and it secretes enzymes. 3 important enzymes it secretes. What are the enzymes? First is the trypsin. ठीक है, देखिए, the secretion of is known as pancreatic enzyme and bicarbonates, ion and acidic medium etc. are found in it. Okay, functions क्या है? पहला trypsin, it works on the protein and break them into amino acid. Now proteins यहाँ पे पहले peptones and peptides में break हो चुके हैं, which are with the action of pepsin enzyme. The remaining digestion is performed by it. Then amylase is there. Amylase which works on the starch and break them into simple sugar. First amylase was there in the mouth, which I worked into the starch and break them into maltose. वहाँ ज़्यादा time नहीं मिला था. Here the food is there for the sufficient time. It is the elementary. The small intestine is very long, so it gets sufficient time. So action will take more. मतलब more time is available for the action. And the third is lipase. तो वो जो emulsifies होने के बाद fat को ज़्यादा अच्छा digestion मिलेगा, and that will be performed here. ठीक है. So this is how the digestion जो है major part of the digestion up to class 10th level का digestion यहाँ पे हो गया. ठीक है. क्लास 11th वाला डाइजेशन थोड़ा और है, दैट देयर विल हैव लिटिल मोर पार्ट, बट 11th में से वो चैप्टर हट गया. दैट चैप्टर इज नाउ नॉट अवेलेबल इन क्लास 11th. स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन, डिओडेनम का आगे का पार्ट जो है वो इलियम एंड जेजुनम, दे आर द कंटिन्यूएशन ऑफ द स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन. आई सेड स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन डिवाइडेड इनटू 3, डिओडेनम, इलियम एंड जेजुनम. ठीक है. तो वो ये जो पार्ट है, सेकंड पार्ट एंड थर्ड पार्ट, दे आर still continuing the digestion, and that same enzyme plus more enzymes are secreted. So it has two type of function. First, digestion of food with the help of enzymes which are secreted by the small intestine, and the second is absorption. The long length of the small intestine is actually supportive for the absorption. Absorption is a function of surface area. तो यहाँ सरफेस एरिया ये बढ़ा रहे हैं. तो डाइजेशन ऑफ स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन, तो स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन में बहुत सारी ग्लैंड्स हैं, एंड दीज ग्लैंड्स सीक्रेट डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ एंजाइम्स दैट विल स्टडी इन द हायर क्लासेस. बट मैं यहाँ पर आपको नाम बता देता हूँ. देयर आर नंबर ऑफ प्रोटीन डाइजेस्टिंग एंजाइम्स आर देयर, लाइक कार्बोक्सीपेप्टिडेजेस आर देयर, एमिनोपेप्टिडेजेस आर देयर. ठीक है. और डाइपेप्टाइड पेप्टिडेजेस आर देयर. ठीक है. तो देयर आर नंबर ऑफ अदर प्रोटीन डाइजेस्टिंग एंजाइम्स आर देयर विच विल फिनिश द प्रोसेस ऑफ डाइजेशन. डाइजेशन को कंप्लीट कर देंगे. ठीक है. तो ये प्रोसेस ऑफ डाइजेशन विल बी कंप्लीटेड हियर. प्रोटीन का, लिपिड्स के लिए लाइपेज आर स्टिल देयर, एंड फॉर द स्टार्च, दैट इज द स्टार्च का डाइजेशन होकर के डाइसेक्रेट्स बने. डाइसेक्रेट्स आर नेमली ऑफ 3 टाइप, दैट इज द माल्टोज, द सुक्रोज एंड lactose. The maltose is consisting of 2 molecules of glucose. Maltose is consisting of 2 molecules of glucose. तो इसके ऊपर काम करने के लिए एक एंजाइम है, उसको कहते हैं माल्टेज. ए होगा यहाँ पे ओ की जगह, एंड दैट विल ब्रेक इट इनटू 2 molecules of glucose. सुक्रोज जो है, that will be acted upon by sucrase, and that will break it into glucose plus fructose. These are simple sugar. हमने कहा ना कि सिंपल शुगर में तोड़ देता है. These are the smallest amount of sugar. इसको और छोटा नहीं तोड़ना है, तोड़ने का मतलब खत्म हो जाएगा वो. ठीक है. फिर ये कार्बन, हाइड्रोजन, ऑक्सीजन में टूट देंगे, तो फिर कोई काम के नहीं. एंड द तीसरा है लैक्टेज, LACTOSE, लैक्टोज. और इसके ऊपर काम कौन कर रहा है? LACTASE. ASE लगते हुए एंजाइम हो जाता है. ठीक है. और वो किस पे काम ब्रेक कर रहा है? ग्लूकोज प्लस गैलेक्टोज में. So I said there are number of enzymes which are found in the small intestine, the juices of the small intestine. They are containing protein digesting enzymes. I said carboxypeptidase is there, aminopeptidases are there. Then we have studied that dipeptidases are there, and many other are there. Okay? That will break the dipeptides and oligopeptides into amino acids. Then there's disaccharide digesting enzyme. Maltose पे maltase, sucrose पे sucrase, lactose पे lactase. They will finally break them into the simple sugar. And lipase is still there. Lipid को digest करने के लिए एक ही enzyme है lipase. That will be secreted all along the length of the digestive system except for the, मतलब जो स्टमक में उसका अमाउंट बहुत कम है, बिकॉज लिपिड जो है, लाइपेज जो है, दैट वर्क्स इन द बेसिक मीडियम. बट लाइपेज की रेंज ऐसी है कि वो थोड़ा बहुत एसिडिक मीडियम पे भी काम कर लेता है. ठीक है. So digestion of the food begins in the duodenum and continue in the small intestine. Intestine has got several glands and their secretion are collectively known as succus entericus. Intestinal enzymes are collectively known as succus entericus. और ये digestion को खत्म कर देंगे यहाँ पे. अब आया third part of the small intestine, which is, or rather entire length of the small intestine, I got some finger-like projection, and they are called villi. Absorption means taking the useful nutrients from the digestive और intestine and lumen to the blood stream. ठीक है, this is done by diffusion, simply diffusion. हम जानते हैं दो ही प्रोसेस होते हैं, ऑस्मोसिस दैट इज इनटेक ऑफ वाटर एंड व्हाट यू कॉल सॉल्वेंट्स, एंड न्यूट्रिएंट्स आर डाइजेस्टेड बाय डिफ्यूजन. तो डिफ्यूजन होगा, एज वी नो डिफ्यूजन इज अ फंक्शन ऑफ सरफेस एरिया. लार्जर द सरफेस एरिया मोर इज द डिफ्यूजन. यू नो, अगर आप एक गिलास पानी डोल देंगे, एक हैंकी से आप उसको उठाएंगे तो 20 बार उठाना पड़ेगा. ब्रिंग अ बिग क्लोथ, लार्जर सरफेस एरिया, इट विल इमीडिएटली एब्जॉर्ब द एंटायर अमाउंट ऑफ वाटर. ठीक है, एंड वो जो टावल्स वगैरह होते हैं उसमें क्या है, देयर आर नंबर ऑफ फोल्ड्स, सो दैट इज स्मॉल इन साइज बट सरफेस एरिया इज वेरी ग्रेट. तो हमारी बॉडी में भी क्या, इंटेस्टाइन जो है उसमें कई सारे छोटे छोटे फोल्ड्स हैं. दीज आर द फिंगर लाइक फोल्ड्स, एंड विल स्टडी अबाउट द फिंगर लाइक फोल्ड्स हियर. सी देखिए, ये फिंगर लाइक प्रोजेक्शंस है. दीज फिंगर लाइक प्रोजेक्शंस, इसको एक को बड़ा करा तो ऐसा दिखता है, और इसके अंदर क्या दिख रहा है आपको, ये फोल्ड है villi, and they have got the rich network of the blood capillaries, and there is a lymphatic duct here. Okay, so the food after digestion is here. Food after digestion is here, and the large surface area is there, just like the towel. आपने towel देखा है ना, मेरे आसपास कहीं मुझे दिख नहीं रहा, but if I show, दिखाता हूँ, एक मिनट. So this is the towel, and you can see there are microfibers here, खूब सारे. So these microfibers are increasing. से ऐसा होना था सरफेस पर, अब इसके ऊपर क्या कई सारे फोल्ड्स आ गए. So they are increasing the surface area. So the towel is only this much. Length of the towel is somewhere about 1.2 meters. But इसका actual जो surface area है normal towel से ये करीब 7 to 8 times more हो गया. Why? Because of these fibers which are on the both the sides. ठीक है, सो दे हैव इंक्रीज सरफेस एरिया. सो और इंटेस्टाइन सरफेस एरिया इज ऑल्सो इंक्रीज्ड बाय these villi to thousands of times. I am literally saying thousands of times because of, see how many times. अगर आप ये केवल ऐसा स्मूथ होता, had it been smooth, तो यहाँ से यहाँ तक धागा घुमाते तो क्या इसका सरफेस एरिया मिलता. अब यहाँ से धागा घुमाओ ना आप, so it is many more time than this. So इससे क्या होगा, though the length of the small intestine is small, कितना होगा वो, 5 मीटर होगा ज़्यादा. 5 मीटर की लेंथ को उसने 1000 गुना बढ़ा कर दिया. 5000 मीटर अगर हम लेंथ रखते हैं, आज खाते पता नहीं 5 साल बाद में बाहर का निकलता खाना. But now the length is reduced, but the surface area is tremendously increased. So the absorption become very effective. देखिए भैया सोच भगवान की, है ना. तो भगवान ने क्या करा, सरफेस एरिया बढ़ा दिया है. सरफेस एरिया बढ़ा देने से क्या होता है, द एब्जॉर्प्शन विल बी टेकिंग प्लेस रैपिडली. मोर एवर द न्यूट्रिएंट विच आर देयर, न्यूट्रिएंट्स यहाँ पर है. ठीक है, मैं न्यूट्रिएंट्स अलग अलग कलर में बना देता हूँ और बता देता हूँ कि सही. फॉर एग्जांपल ये येलो कलर में मेरे पास, यहाँ पे येलो कलर में मान लीजिए सिंपल शुगर्स हैं, और रेड कलर में ये जो है फैट्स हैं, और ये ब्लू कलर में जो है दे आर क्या कहते हैं, अमीनो एसिड्स, और ये ग्रीन कलर में मान लीजिए ये विटामिन्स हैं, और ये ब्लैक कलर में यहाँ पे वाटर है. all different nutrients which are there, their concentration are far more here than their concentration in the intestine. So they will immediately move. ये इधर से इधर जा रहा है, ये इधर से इधर जा रहा है, ये इधर से इधर जा रहा है. They will be continuing, and the blood is not constant. ये blood तो flow हो गया. Again जो नया blood आ रहा है उसमें कम है. So there will be a constantly gradient created. The gradient is constantly created. All the time nutrient have more amount of these nutrient in compared to the blood. So they will move from a higher concentration to lower concentration. फिर एक state आएगा when the concentration become equal. Once the concentration is equal, no more inflow is there. तो इसका मतलब फिर क्या, वो बेकार हो गया कि उसको बाहर फेंक सकते? No. Then the body will spend energy and absorb remaining nutrients. So two type of absorption is there, that is passive absorption and active absorption. पीछे चलते हैं. ठीक है, तो villi has a rich network of blood capillaries. When digested nutrients comes in contact with these villi, the nutrient diffuses from internal intestinal lumen to the blood capillaries. ठीक है, और वो सरफेस एरिया बढ़ा रही है. तो समझ गए ना आप. अब आ गए हम लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन में. अब दिस विल टेक ऑलमोस्ट 1 full day. ओके, खाना यहाँ से निकल करके वहाँ तक जाते जाते जो है मतलब 8 to 12 hours इट टेक्स. ओके, लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन में क्या है? लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन हमने पढ़ा इट इज के उसके 3 पार्ट है लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन के. इफ वी सी द डायग्राम, पीछे आ जाते हैं, बहुत पीछे है डायग्राम. Large intestine. So it has got ascending colon, lateral colon, horizontal colon and the descending colon. And यहाँ पे एक छोटी सी पूंछ लटक रही है, इसको कहते हैं appendix. Appendix has no role. Appendix has no role in digestion, absorption, कुछ भी नहीं, ऐसे ही पड़ा. And sometimes when they have got infection of microbes, this lead to the appendicitis. Then it has to be removed by this surgery. Even if you remove by surgery, the body's no function is being affected. So ये large intestine है. And what is the function of large intestine? Large intestine is actually performing 4 important functions. First of all, it is storing the undigested food. मैं undigested food जो digest ही नहीं हुआ पूरी body के अंदर, वहाँ पे हमने we have put all type of enzymes, we have put all the type of mechanical forces and all, सब कुछ कर लिया, उसके बाद भी वो digest नहीं हो रहा है. तो अब क्या होगा इसका? वो यहाँ पे आ जाएंगे और they will be stored here. तो फर्स्ट फंक्शन एब्जॉर्प्शन ऑफ वाटर फ्रॉम दैट, ठीक है. देन इट ऑल्सो गॉट सम टाइप ऑफ सिम्बायोटिक बैक्टीरिया. सिम्बायोटिक बैक्टीरिया से क्या, दे विल हेल्प इन द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ विटामिन बी एंड विटामिन के. बी फॉर बॉम्बे एंड के फॉर क्या लेते हैं? ऐसा कोई बड़ी आदमी आ रहा है जो फ्लो अच्छा हो, ठीक है. के फॉर कोटा. चलिए, सो ये एंजाइम्स यहाँ पे बन रहे होते हैं, ठीक है. और टेम्परेरी स्टोर जब तक इसको बाहर नहीं करना. और चौथा है ये रैप कर देता है म्यूकस ओवर द फीकल मैटर. सी देखिए, लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन वेयर द फूड रिमेन्स देयर फॉर द लॉन्ग टाइम. तो इसका सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट फंक्शन क्या है कि उसमें से पानी निकाल लेता है. इट विल कीप ऑन ड्रॉइंग वाटर फ्रॉम इट. एज इट ड्रॉज वाटर, वो सेमी फ्लूइड था ना. देखिए, फूड तो जो हमने खाना खाया पहले वो थोड़ा लिक्विड था. Dry food, so we are not eating all the time biscuits, so we are eating some sort of semi-solid food. Then we added saliva, then it came into the stomach, we added hydrochloric acid, then we added what you call the enzymes. Uske baad it went to the duodenum, we added bile juice and the pancreatic juice, and then it went to the small intestine. There again we added so the food become fluid, just ऐसा बहने वाला. Sometimes you must have heard in your stomach noise, gudu. So that is because it is a fluid. So the fluid is just moving here and there. All these fluid body has added. Saliva is body has added, hydrochloric acid body added, the gastric enzyme body added, then the duodenum which has a pancreatic juice, and the liver bile juice, and intestinal succus entericus. All these are added by the water. If it goes out, your body will be lacking of water. So that is why you see sometime when the child or anyone rather, when he or she is suffering from loose motions, diarrhea, then क्या होता है, 2 diarrhea के अंदर body उससे लटक जाती है, and we have to give him ORS. If the loss of water should be maintained, नहीं तो he or she may die because of the lack of water. ठीक है. तो यहाँ पे क्या है कि large amount of water is reabsorbed. This is important. Now when it is reabsorbed, so it sometimes become almost semi-solid. So it has to be wrapped with the mucus so that it can easily pass through the small hole of the anus. Moreover, क्या है कि देखिए अगली लाइन अगले स्लाइड में देखते हैं क्या है. In the large intestine, the part of the food which is not digested reaches, which is not digested. ठीक है. रफेज, हमारे खाने में रफेज होता है, स्पेशली इफ वी आर वेजिटेरियन. और कोई भी नॉन वेजिटेरियन पूरा नॉन वेजिटेरियन नहीं होता है, कोई भी केवल जानवर नहीं खा रहा. he or she is eating is major component of food is chapati or bread or whatever. They are actually vegetable plant product. They all contain roughage. Roughage is cellulose. We do not have any enzymes to digest cellulose. No animal has got any enzyme to digest cellulose. It can be digested with the help of certain bacteria only. तो हम तो कहीं कर पाएंगे उसको, हमारा तो खाना ही नहीं था वो आदर, हमने तो सेकेंडरीली अडॉप्ट करा प्लांट खाना. ठीक है. तो ये जो सेलुलोज है, दिस सेलुलोज रिमेन अनडाइजेस्टेड एंड सेलुलोज इज अ वेरी important property that it absorbs water. It does not let the water go out. So as it is not letting the water go out, so ये क्या है, ये हमेशा consistent बना रहेगा, वो थोड़ा लूज सा बना रहेगा. So if your food has enough of roughage, its movement जो है वो बढ़िया हो जाएगा, आसानी हो जाएगा. मतलब you will always be prevented against constipation. कभी भी constipation नहीं होगा. So once someone is suffering from constipation, doctor suggests him to add more of salad in the food, more of the roughage in the food. So roughage is very important for body. Egestion, removal of undigested food from body time to time. वो रेक्टम में जाके स्टोर हो जाएगा लास्ट में, एंड फ्रॉम रेक्टम इट विल गो आउट. तो रेक्टम भी तो लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन का ही पार्ट था, तो वहाँ से वो बाहर निकल जाएंगे थ्रू एनस, एंड दैट इज कॉल्ड ईजेशन. एंड इन द प्रीवियस वीडियो वी स्टडीड दैट ईजेशन इज डिफरेंट फ्रॉम excretion. Why it is different? Because egestion we are only removing the undigested food, or undigested food का digestion कहाँ हो रहा है? In the alimentary canal, that is outside the cell, and metabolism always take place inside the cell. The waste which are produced in the metabolism, they are harmful, and that is removed by a process of excretion. So that's all in this video. I suppose video is definitely some use to you. आप इससे कुछ ना कुछ सीखे होंगे. It is a part of our body, so we must learn about it. और जब वीडियो अच्छी लगी तो लाइक कर दें, और भी अच्छी लगी तो शेयर कर दें, और पहली बार आए हैं चैनल पे तो सब्सक्राइब कर दें. ये तो बोलने की बात नहीं है. एंड दीज आर नॉट कॉस्टिंग यू एनीथिंग. लाइकिंग नॉट कॉस्टिंग यू एनीथिंग. सब्सक्राइबिंग और शेयरिंग इज नॉट कॉस्टिंग. वो ये नीचे 3 बटन दे रखे हैं, टक 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 टच कर देने का, एंड शेयर इट विद एनीवन इफ यू वांट. यू कैन इवन कमेंट. उसमें थोड़ा टाइम लगता है, 2-3 मिनट लगते हैं, और क्या सोच रहे हैं, क्या लिखना. यू कैन कमेंट, यू कैन आस्क योर प्रॉब्लम, यू कैन आस्क योर डाउट, यू कैन इवन से गुड वीडियो, बैड वीडियो, सर बहुत टाइम लगाते हो, बहुत लंबी वीडियो है, ये है वो, एनीथिंग यू राइट. गूगल कंसिडर ओनली द कमेंट. उसको इस बात से मतलब नहीं क्या लिखा, अच्छा बुरा. दैट्स ऑल, एंड that's all. So we'll see you in the next video. Hope it is of some use to you. Thank you. Good day.